New this morning, an energy assistance program in Connecticut is pausing its services for the month of March in order to catch up on a backlog of applications. We're talking about Operation Fuel. So how is this pause going to impact families? We're happy to have joining us remotely now Operation Fuel's Executive Director, Brenda Watson. Brenda, thank you for joining us this morning. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for all the work you're doing trying to help people. So first things first, let's talk about this demand. Just how high has it gotten? How many applications has Operation Fuel gotten?
Oh, it's over 5,000 from the start of our winter-spring season, which was in December. And we have nearly 3,000 applications that are pending, meaning they haven't been approved yet. And we really need this pause so that we can allow our team to process those applications and then not have more applications come in on top of that. So this isn't about financial resources. We are financially healthy as an organization. It really is just about the demand. And this problem, the energy burden problem, has reached more than just a low-income consumer. It's gotten to a point now where everyday working families and individuals are struggling with the cost of high energy rates.
Right.
So we're seeing more people who would traditionally not be applying for our assistance, applying for assistance on top of just it's like being in line at the grocery store. You know, you see one line working faster, and then you go into that line, and then that's another bottleneck. So what we're experiencing is basically bottlenecks, and we need to get through them. The winter protection period, which starts in November and ends at the end of April, is where we are most concerned. So being able to get through the month of March and process and get through the applications that are pending will allow us to be prepared for that additional influx that we're expecting at the end of the moratorium.
So I guess the other question was, why not still try to keep some of that funding going through February and March? Well, it's through February, but through March, because it's still considered to be a much colder month. So you're saying it's not a funding problem, it's just you don't even have the manpower to do the disbursements?
Correct. So it really is about serving the people who are waiting to be served. And so we're not going to suspend our spending. We're going to be paying bills in the month of March. We just can't afford to continue to accept more requests, more applications for requests on top of the applications that need to be processed.
Okay. And our understanding is that instead of giving families $1,000, you're going to be forced to winnow it down to $500 per family when you do resume in April. So I think the biggest question on people's minds right now is what can they do right now if they need help with their energy bills next month?
So if you're struggling with your electric or gas bill, you need to call your utility provider and ask to get on a payment plan. And the utility companies are more than willing to do that because the last thing they want to do is shut people off. So call your utility company. The second thing that you can do is call 211 to be connected to your nearest community action agency. If you qualify, you might be able to get assistance through the state's energy assistance program, also known as LIHEAP.
Right.
So those are two things that people can do in the meantime.
Okay, Brenda, thank you so much for joining us, and that's some good advice for people to get them through to April 3rd when those payments do resume. We do appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Thank you so much for allowing me to spread the word about what we're doing and how we're working to ensure that people get served.
And thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it.